My name is the Natural Colt Williams, and I am one half of the HCW Tag Team Champions. For the last 3 months, my partner, Real Heel Jeff Keel, and I have destroyed every obstacle that has been placed in front of us. And at All Hallows Extreme, we will continue. The men of UWW, Toxide and J Demise, believe, incorrectly, that they have the formula to defeat us. They believe they have the ability to do what Shea Buckley and Wrangler and Toxide and Ryro could not do. Toxide and J Demise believe, they hope, they have the glimmer of prayer that they can defeat us. And I've got some bad news for you, gentlemen. You don't. I've been doing this for 18 years. And for 18 years, men have looked up at me from the flat of their backs as I have my hand raised. Alone, with a partner, it doesn't matter. And at All Hallows Extreme, you will suffer that exact same fate. Because you see, gentlemen, Demise might be strong, but I'm stronger. And Toxide, you might be crazy, but you're not natural crazy. And if you think that's bad, if you think having to face me in the ring is bad enough, they're still my partner. What the Real Heel lacks in size, he makes up for in brutality, tenacity, and God-given talent, which is something the two of you would know nothing about. I'm not going to bore you with my constant braggart bickering. I'm merely going to remind you that that sickening feeling in the pit of your stomach is only natural. And at All Hallows Extreme, you, Demise, Toxide, anyone else who gets in our way will just be another victim of the natural-born heels. Now that I've said my piece about my opponents at All Hallows Eve, I'd like to discuss another upcoming match. We've invited 2 free agents, let's say, to showcase their talents in our hallowed halls. I'm of course speaking of Damon and Kyle Kaplan. Let's talk first about Damon. Some kind of vampire. I don't know. He thinks he's Edward Cullen. I don't get it. I mean, who wants to be a vampire anymore? But nonetheless, there he is. A vampire. And from what I'm told, he is a talented performer. Be that as it may, I've got some bad news for you, Damon. The role of the freakish monster who rolls his eyes in the back of his head has already been filled. His name is J Demise. And as for Kyle Kaplan, you talk about natural-born talent and dynasties of champions and bred to be the best. Well, I got news for you. We already have a prissy douchebag who talks about how he's God's gift to wrestling. You'll meet him. His name is Lance Mannion. You see, gentlemen, As talented as you may believe you are, in the HCW, you are superfluous. You're redundant. You're afterthoughts. I have no objections to giving young guys a chance to showcase their talents, but let's be honest. You, Damon, Kyle Kaplan, you're undercard. You're no one. Foregone conclusions. Bylines at the bottom of my rise to success. Something you're going to have to get used to. If you stick around in HCW, you'll always be one step behind the true talents who carry this company. Myself, Jeff Keel. I could list others who are ahead of you in line, but you may surpass them. Just remember, boys, if you step on my toes, I'll step on your heads. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, it occurs to me that there's been a whole lot of people stepping outside of their boundaries. It's starting to get out of hand, gentlemen. I am, of course, speaking to the individuals of Urban War and Wrestling. You want to come out and slap each other in the head with tack bats and bounce each other all over the place and put on lucha masks in the middle of matches. Go ahead and do that, gentlemen. Have your fun. But when you start interfering and messing with the rest of us, when you start injecting yourself in other people's business, that I cannot allow. I have no love loss for the men that you have attacked, the people you have hurt. But the bottom line is that they are HCW. They are my bread and butter. If you take them out, I can't. They're my punching bags, not yours. So if you want to put your money or your baseball bats where your mouths are, there's only one place you need to come if you want to prove you're the new tough kids in town, and that's the old tough kid in town. So forget about Che Buckley and Lance Mannion. Don't worry about Wild Man Dan. If you want to prove you're the best, if you want to prove you're more extreme, more brutal than HCW, don't go after Skull Jr. There's only one choice, the natural choice. And as always, my door and my mouth are open. One to invite you in for an ass kicking, and the other one to tell you how bad you were after I kick it. In closing, I would like to end with the prayer of the man who brought me in to this company. A man you brutally attacked before he was so rudely brushed to the side by yourselves. I would like to end with the official Skull Jr. prayer. Fuck Randy Orton.